45-year-old man who had a vasectomy 10 years ago shocked to find out his wife is pregnant. I am 45-year-old man and my wife is 29-year-old and I just found out she's pregnant. I had a vasectomy 10 years ago. I had a vasectomy during my first marriage, which was a decision my ex-wife and I made together after having 3 children. We felt our family was complete, and taking this step seemed like the most logical and responsible choice at the time. Our focus was on raising the children we already had, and the procedure provided a permanent solution to prevent any unplanned pregnancies. After my first marriage ended, I spent some time focusing on myself and my children before eventually meeting someone new. I started dating my now wife 3 years ago, and we got married last year. Over the course of our relationship, she has consistently proven to be an incredibly loyal and devoted partner. She is attentive to my needs and deeply committed to our relationship, which has always made me feel secure in our marriage. Adding to this sense of security is the fact that I work from home. This means that we spend a significant amount of time together, and I am generally aware of her daily routines. There has never been anything in her behavior to suggest she might be unfaithful. She maintains open communication, and we have shared access to each other's locations on our iPhones, which further reinforces the trust between us. Even with her full-time job, I have never noticed any secretive or suspicious actions that would lead me to question her loyalty. She has always conducted herself with honesty and integrity, and there is no evidence to suggest that she would jeopardize the strong bond we have built over the years. Our relationship is built on mutual trust and respect, and her actions consistently align with the love and dedication she has shown me throughout our time together. When we first discovered the pregnancy, my wife's initial reaction was one of pure shock. She was visibly stunned, but as the news settled in, her emotions shifted to joy. Amidst her tears, she expressed her happiness and said she could only guess that the vasectomy I had years ago must have failed. Her reaction was sincere and heartfelt, and in that moment I couldn't help but feel a mixture of emotions myself. Afterward, I started to research the likelihood of a vasectomy failure, diving into countless articles and medical studies. What I found was that the probability of a vasectomy failing is remarkably low, hovering around 1%. This small margin of error has left me in a position where I feel the weight of 2 impossible choices pressing down on me. On the one hand, I could bring up the idea of a paternity test with my wife. Doing so could either confirm my worst fears, ending my marriage and everything we've built together, or it could irreparably damage the trust between us, leaving a lasting scar on our relationship. On the other hand, I could say nothing and let this suspicion simmer inside me, waiting until the baby is born to discreetly carry out a paternity test. The uncertainty is tearing me apart. While my wife has thrown herself into planning for our child, brimming with excitement and joy, I am struggling with this nagging doubt that won't go away. She's already brainstorming ideas for the nursery, picking out colors and furniture, and dreaming about our future as a family. Meanwhile, I'm caught in a whirlwind of emotions, questioning whether I should direct my anger and mistrust toward her or myself for even entertaining these thoughts. This inner conflict is relentless. On the surface, everything seems perfect. Her happiness, her unwavering love, and her excitement for our growing family. Yet underneath it all, I am wrestling with doubts and questions that feel impossible to address without risking everything. My mind keeps returning to the same questions. Am I overthinking this? Am I being unfair to my wife, who has always been loyal and trustworthy? Or am I ignoring an uncomfortable truth that I need to confront for the sake of clarity and peace of mind? No matter which path I choose, the potential consequences feel devastating. It's as though I'm stuck in a moral and emotional maze, unsure of how to move forward without losing something precious along the way. He posted an update was, "Hello everyone, a few of you might remember my last post. My wife recently found out she was pregnant, and given that I had a vasectomy 10 years ago, I couldn't shake the gnawing suspicion that infidelity might be involved. The doubt consumed me, even though my wife has always been an incredibly loving and loyal partner who goes out of her way to show how much she cares for me. Despite her unwavering devotion, my mind couldn't let go of the possibility, and it led to a whirlwind of emotions and internal conflict. After receiving advice from many of you, I decided to take a proactive step and get my vasectomy checked. I went to my doctor who ran some tests and the results were enlightening. It turns out that while my sperm count is extremely low, there are still viable sperm present. This discovery explains so much. 4 years, my wife and I have had unprotected sex without ever conceiving, which had reinforced my belief that the vasectomy was effective. However, it also explains how she is now unexpectedly pregnant. Hearing the results was a mixture of relief and shame for me. I was relieved to have a clear explanation for what had happened and to confirm that my wife's pregnancy was, in fact, possible without any external factors. However, I was deeply ashamed of myself for where my mind had gone during this ordeal. Here I was, married to a wonderful, kind, and trustworthy woman who demonstrates her love for me every single day, and instead of immediately considering the possibility of an issue with my vasectomy, my first instinct was to question her faithfulness. Looking back, I realize how unfair and unkind it was to let my doubts cloud my perception of the incredible person she is. She deserved better than my suspicions, and I deeply regret allowing my fears to overshadow the trust and love that formed the foundation of our relationship. This experience has been a humbling reminder of the importance of trust, communication, and assuming the best about the people we love, even in the face of unexpected circumstances. I am now more committed than ever to supporting my wife through this pregnancy and to making amends for the doubts I harbored. She's overjoyed about this new chapter in our lives, and I'm determined to match her excitement and be the partner she deserves. We're moving forward together, and I'm grateful for the chance to build this new chapter as a family. Thank you all for your advice and encouragement. It helped me find clarity in a situation that felt overwhelming. I have been thinking a lot about whether I should come clean to my wife and tell her about the doubts I had and the actions I took to confirm the truth. On one hand, I feel a deep sense of guilt for ever doubting her loyalty and love, and I wonder if being honest about my internal struggle might bring me some relief. On the other hand, I see how happy and excited she is about this pregnancy, and I can't bear the thought of dampening that joy by revealing the insecurities I allowed to fester. She's absolutely radiant right now, and everywhere we go, people comment on how much she's glowing. It's clear that this experience is bringing her immense happiness, and it's a joy that extends to everyone around her. She's so proud and excited about this new chapter of our lives, and her enthusiasm is contagious. Our relationship feels stronger than ever, and this pregnancy has brought us even closer together in ways I never could have imagined. The love and connection we share now feel unshakable, and I fear that sharing my earlier doubts might cast a shadow over the bond we've worked so hard to build. Ultimately, I've decided that what's most important right now is focusing on the future and being fully present for my wife and our growing family. I don't believe it would be fair to disrupt her happiness and excitement just to ease my own conscience. Instead, I've resolved to channel my energy into being the best husband and father I can be. She deserves my unwavering support and love during this journey, and I am committed to giving her exactly that. At 46, the idea of becoming a dad again feels surreal, but it's also an incredible gift. This is an opportunity for me to embrace a new phase of life, to learn and grow as a parent and partner, and to create new memories with my wife and our child. I know there will be challenges ahead, but I am ready to face them with her by my side. This pregnancy is a reminder of the unexpected blessings life can bring, and I am determined to focus on gratitude, joy, and love as we move forward together. Thanks to everyone for their suggestions. I just wish I had thought of it myself before jumping to horrible conclusions. I thought I should post an update. Let's see some relevant comments. First comment is, call your doctor, they should be able to do a sperm count and tell you if you're even remotely fertile. Wait for those results before confronting her. He replied to comment, yes, this is absolutely the right thing to do. Over the past few weeks, I've been so overwhelmed with stress, shock, and uncertainty that I haven't been thinking as clearly as I should have. It's incredible how the weight of doubt can cloud your judgment and make it difficult to see what truly matters. But now that I've had time to reflect, it's clear to me that the best course of action is to focus on supporting my wife and embracing this new chapter in our lives with an open heart and a positive mindset. Second comment is, yeah, a doctor can confirm if your body is capable of impregnating anyone. You should check that first. Although if I were in your position, I'm a woman and my BF also has a vasectomy we are looking into reversing. But if I happen to get pregnant, I would probably volunteer a paternity test myself for his peace of mind. I wouldn't be insulted if he wanted one considering the circumstances. Are you sure your wife would get upset? He replied to second comment, she would absolutely be extremely hurt. Third comment is, she needs to know of your dilemma. If that in itself is a problem, then that's a real problem. He replied to third comment, I am not going to put this kind of stress on her, especially not now. She is still in her first trimester, and this is such a fragile and pivotal time for both her and the baby. The thought of causing her any additional emotional strain right now is unimaginable to me. This pregnancy means everything to her, and she is already so invested in the idea of becoming a mother. She's dreaming about our future, planning for our child, and embracing every moment of this experience with such genuine excitement. If anything were to happen to this pregnancy, it would absolutely devastate her, and I couldn't live with myself if I played any part in that heartbreak. Also, and perhaps selfishly, I don't want her to look at me differently. I love her more than I can express, and the thought of her seeing me as someone who doubted her loyalty or integrity is unbearable. She has been nothing but kind, loving, and supportive throughout our relationship, and she deserves to be treated with the same unwavering trust and respect. To admit that I allowed fear and doubt to overshadow the truth would undoubtedly hurt her deeply, and it could change the way she sees me. I don't want to risk losing the closeness and trust we share, especially now when our partnership is more important than it has ever been. If the vasectomy really did fail, and I effectively accused her of cheating because of my inability to consider that possibility first, it would leave a scar on our marriage that might never fully heal. I know how much damage those kinds of doubts can do to a relationship, even when the intentions behind them aren't malicious. At a time when we need to be a strong and united team, bringing up my past suspicions would only create unnecessary tension and risk driving a wedge between us. Our marriage is built on love, trust, and mutual support, and I am determined to protect those foundations. Right now, the most important thing is to focus on being there for her in every way possible. This pregnancy is a blessing, and our child is a symbol of the life we are building together. My priority is to make her feel supported, cared for, and loved as we navigate this journey. I am committed to doing everything I can to ensure that our bond grows stronger through this experience, rather than letting fear or guilt chip away at the happiness we both deserve. Fourth comment is, it's perfectly understandable to suspect cheating. You've had a vasectomy for over a decade and there have been no pregnancies. It's perfectly logical. I wouldn't beat yourself up over it. Most people in your situation would have thought the exact same thing. To your credit, you didn't flip out and accuse her. It seems like she has no idea you suspected cheating. I don't think there's a need to come clean if she's happy and you can let go of the guilt. Just know you didn't do anything wrong coming to that conclusion based on the evidence at hand. You went and got yourself checked. Now you can feel good about the situation. Congratulations and good luck. He replied to fourth comment is, I really appreciate that perspective. It helps to hear that my initial reaction wasn't entirely unreasonable, given the circumstances. Having had a vasectomy over a decade ago and never encountering anything like this before, it felt like such an unexpected and improbable situation. I'm relieved that I handled it calmly and didn't let my doubts spiral into accusations or create unnecessary conflict. My wife has no idea that I ever had those suspicions, and I'm grateful for that because her happiness and excitement means so much to me. This is such a joyful time for our family, and I'm doing everything I can to keep that positivity going. My kids, who are all teenagers, are absolutely thrilled about the baby. Seeing their excitement and watching them embrace the idea of becoming older siblings has been an incredible experience. It's heartwarming to witness their enthusiasm, and it has made this pregnancy even more special for all of us. I'm focused on moving forward with gratitude and making this a truly memorable and happy chapter for my entire family. Thank you again for your kind words and encouragement. It means a lot. Now let's see some deleted comments. First deleted comment is, I would still get a paternity test. He replied to first, I love my wife. Confirmation that it's possible is all I need to trust her. Second deleted comment is, I'm late to this thread but does your wife know you had a vasectomy? He replied to second, she does. Third deleted comment is, phew. That sounds like an emotional roller coaster. I'm glad it all worked out. Congrats on the new baby. Fourth deleted comment is, thanks for the update and congratulations. I think it's okay to be honest with your wife about how you felt and that you had to get checked out. Would you get snipped again? He replied to fourth, maybe eventually, but right now my focus is entirely on us and this incredible journey we're on together. When we first met, I was very upfront with my wife about not wanting more kids, and at the time she was rather ambivalent about the idea, so it wasn't a difficult condition for her to accept. It felt like we were on the same page, and that understanding allowed us to build a strong foundation for our relationship. Now that she's pregnant, everything has shifted in the most beautiful way. Seeing how much joy this pregnancy has brought her has been truly heartwarming. It's incredible to witness her excitement and to know that I was able to give her something so meaningful. It has completely changed my perspective, and I'm genuinely so happy that this happened. The happiness it's brought to her, to me, and to our family as a whole is something I'll cherish forever. That being said, once the baby is born, I am absolutely planning to get re-snipped. This unexpected turn of events has been a blessing, but I think we can safely say we're not looking for another surprise down the line. For now though, I'm just focused on enjoying every moment of this experience and supporting my wife as we prepare to welcome our baby into the world. Thank you for the kind words and congratulations, it means a lot. If you enjoy our videos, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a good day, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please